The day your doctor gave you cigarettes. Imagine walking out of your doctor's office with a prescription that reads, "Smoke 2 cigarettes daily after meals. For respiratory health, wait." What? No, this isn't satire. In the 1800s, doctors actually prescribed tobacco to treat asthma. And if you had a headache, fatigue, or just felt unwell, they'd lie you down and slap a leech on your skin, because clearly too much blood was your problem. This isn't fantasy. This was legitimate, respected medicine, with textbooks, lectures, hospitals, and casualties. Let's rewind to a time when nicotine was a respiratory remedy, arsenic and mercury were popular cures, and electricity was thought to bring the dead back to life. Yes, welcome to the dusty archives of medical history where every bad idea was once a good one. Smoking as a prescription, the nicotine cure. In the 19th century, if you had asthma, your doctor wouldn't suggest an inhaler. He'd offer you a medicinal cigarette. Seriously. These were marketed as asthma cigarettes and sold over the counter to people with bronchitis, mild anxiety, and of course, those pesky, wheezing lungs. The logic? Smoke made people cough, which sometimes temporarily cleared airways. So naturally, the conclusion was, cigarettes open your lungs, that's science. There were even hospital rooms where patients sat in thick clouds of smoke, thinking they were being cleansed. A 19th century medical journal proudly noted, "Nicotine soothes the nerves and clears the phlegm." Of course, it also destroyed your lungs, but we didn't know that yet. Science in those days was basically well-dressed guessing. Leeches, the bloodsuckers you paid for. If you lived in 1800 and complained of a fever, fatigue, or general bad vibes, you might be told, "You've got too much blood." This theory came from the idea of 4 humors: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. Balance was key. Too much of anything? Disease. So doctors removed the excess by applying leeches, lots of them. In 1833 alone,
"Leeches, fresh leeches here. Good for what ails you."
France imported 41 million leeches for medical use. They were bred, sorted by size, and considered more trustworthy than interns. There were even hospitals that gave leeches names and tracked their performance like prized medical equipment. One leech could suck 10 times its body weight in blood. The patient? Slightly paler, still sick. Marie Thérèse, an Austrian empress, once underwent 6 bloodlettings in a single day. After the 4th, she fainted. After the 6th, she never fully recovered. Let that sink in. She likely died from too much treatment for not enough illness. Arsenic and mercury, healing by poison. If you had indigestion, pale skin, or syphilis in the 1800s, your doctor might reach for a vial of arsenic. Yes, the poison. It was praised for stimulating appetite, enhancing skin tone, and rebalancing the body's systems. Mercury, too, was common, used for everything from skin ointments to syphilis injections. Patients often lost teeth, developed tremors, or went mad. But these were seen as side effects of healing. In fact, when Napoleon Bonaparte died in exile, his hair contained high levels of arsenic. Historians debate, was he murdered or just following the medical advice of his time? Both answers are terrifying. This is what happens when science and poison shake hands and pretend to be friends. Electricity, the spark of life, literally. London, 1803. A group of scholars, doctors, and curious onlookers gather around the corpse of George Forster, a recently executed criminal. They weren't there to bury him. They were there to bring him back. Giovanni Aldini, a pioneer in electrotherapy, attached wires from a crude battery to Forster's ears and mouth. He flipped the switch. The body convulsed. One eye opened. A hand jerked so hard it nearly punched someone. People screamed. Aldini smiled. This dramatic display wasn't just theater, it was medical research. The idea that electricity might restart the soul. This very scene inspired Mary Shelley to write Frankenstein, and soon electrotherapy was everywhere. Depression, shock the brain, impotence, zap the groin, amnesia, throw a few volts at it, and people believed it worked because at least it did something. Truth has an expiration date. So, to recap, we've witnessed cigarettes as medicine, leeches with job titles, poisons as daily supplements, and corpses twitching under electric volts. And all of it was called science. It makes you wonder, if we lived back then, would we have questioned it? Or would we have thanked the doctor, applied the leech, and taken our poison with a smile? It's easy to laugh now. But that's the thing about truth. It has an expiration date. Today we pop pills, drink detox teas, slather our skin in miracle serums. We chase biohacks, glowing waters, magnetic bracelets, and yet 100 years from now, they might show pictures of our health fads in history class and laugh just as hard. When the future laughs at us. Imagine this. The year is 2012-25. A group of students in a medical history class watches footage of people in the 2020s. They see a woman drinking collagen at 10 p.m., a man sleeping under a red light therapy lamp, and someone putting magnets in their shoes for circulation. They burst into laughter. One student says, "Our ancestors really thought that worked." And just like that, we've become the butt of the same joke we made about leeches and mercury. So here's a final thought. What if the wellness product you're using today is just the arsenic of tomorrow?
So, as we stand here, looking back at the past, whether it's the doctors of the 1800s using leeches or prescribing cigarettes, it's easy to feel a sense of superiority. We think, we've evolved, we know better. But what if, in 100 years, people will look at our current treatments, our obsession with wellness trends, and laugh just as hard? Will collagen and magnetic bracelets be the equivalent of dangerous leech therapy? Will today's diet fads be the medicinal cigarettes of the future? Maybe we'll be the ones in history books, being laughed at for our latest medical obsessions. But who knows? Maybe in that future, someone will say, at least they tried to heal, and they asked the right questions. That's the real takeaway. Question everything, and keep moving forward. If you enjoyed exploring these strange historical truths with us, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the fascinating and bizarre world of history's weirdest medical practices. Have you ever thought about the wellness trends we follow today? Do you believe they'll be laughed at in the future? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, the truth is out there, and history has a way of repeating itself. Keep asking questions. Stay curious, and until next time, stay safe and stay skeptical.